back in black. I got 100 pounds on here. Just gonna, I already did a warm up set, but I'm gonna do another one. Nice big stretches up, nice squeeze in the back. Just really kind of open up the back, you know, just a few reps, nothing crazy. For back, I pretty much, just do like maybe 2 or 3 quick sets of whatever exercise I'm gonna do. Uh, if it was rows, I would just do a couple sets, just to warm the back up, get the biceps warmed up, and then dive into a heavy set. But I think that was the second one. I forgot I'm gonna record some of the warm ups just to give you guys an idea. I think I'm ready to go into a working set though, but I want to do a feeler because I don't know. There's a threshold with the bicep tendonitis where if I go too heavy, this is going to act up. But I don't want to go too light where I'm going too high rep, right? I want to hit some heavy reps here. So I'm going to see what 160 feels like. Just do a feeler rep. I think 160 is actually a pretty good weight. So it's about half the stack. I'm going to give it a second and I'm going to dive into a set. I think we're ready for a first working set. Yeah. There was, because I don't do these. Well, I mean, I do them fairly often, but not often enough. It's definitely not weekly. And because I don't go heavy when I do them, when I do try to go a little bit heavy, I'm weak as hell. So this is like a weak point for me to pull down. I really can't go super heavy. Now, on a row, I can go really heavy, but on the pull downs, I'm a weakling. I mean, 160 is not bad, but yeah, it is what it is. As long as this isn't bothering me, I am good. I had somebody ask me if I stretch before I start lifting. Uh, the answer is yes and no. It depends what body part. I can say for certain legs, like especially quads. I mean quads and hamstrings. Like for hamstrings, I do standing, like bend over, kind of touch your toes, like really stretch hamstrings out. And for quads, like a lot of times I'll just kind of kneel down, like on the ground on my knees, and lean all the way back and just stretch the quads out all the way. I don't know that I stretch for anything else. Uh, maybe when I do some like bicep curls after the first set, like I'll just kind of like, stretch out a little bit like this, but other than that, like when it comes to back, like I see people like, grabbing something and leaning over like this. Uh, I don't. Um, I don't know if that's a bad thing. I never had a problem, but I always do warm ups. I would never do a working set of probably anything without a minimum of one warm up set. Calves, I'll just do one warm up set, and then I'm good to go. But things like back, 2 or 3, biceps, 4 or 5 sets. Of easy, lightweight, just to get the blood flowing and get the tendons nice and ready to go. And I think chest, I definitely I warm up chest, probably chest and biceps the most when I'm before diving into a working set. So uh, for those of you that were wondering, we're gonna get another set here, same weight. Yeah. 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 All right. I was able to snag the bench and the straight bar. Again, another example of how I can go heavy on rows because I got the whole stack here. Honestly, I could probably throw a 45-pound plate on there. Maybe. I'm not sure after doing the pull downs, but it's just get to work here. I'm gonna grab it right where it bends, right about there. Yeah. Ooh. This is acting up slightly. I may change the grip. Yeah, I was fine with the pull downs, and all it took was a straight bar. It didn't bother me last time, but I'm starting to feel it kind of come down in here, right, literally right along this line. It doesn't hurt, but I feel it getting agitated, so I don't want to f with it and make it worse. Just gonna switch the grip up. We got just a closer grip row. Not bad. Switch it up just a little. Still going to be a row, uh, but I am going to come. It's I wouldn't exactly call it a high row because the cable's like literally like just below my nose, but it's a it's not exactly a low row either, but it feels good. So let's just uh, let's just hit it up. Okay. This has to come back a little. That's 12. A little stronger in this arm, but I wanted to stop at 12 like I did on this one. I don't want, I'm neurotic like that. I'm gonna do another set. All right. Oh. Oh shit. That felt good. Let me reset the pins here. Get back at it. Whew. Oh boy. Shit. Drop pins came out. There we go. Little rascals. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. 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 Oh. There we go. Yeah. 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 Whew. All right. 3, 4. That's 6 sets of back. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this shit's done. But, of course, but there's always a but. Pero I'm going to do something I don't think I've ever done in my life before. So I'm going to do some pullovers uh for the serratus here on the bench, cable overhead with rope. Now my form may not be perfect because I've never done them before. I have seen people do them. So I don't know if I'm at the right angle. I did a feeler, said it feels good, but let's see how half the stack feels. Just going into some serious reps. Oh, good song. This is gonna be kind of awkward here. Oh. That actually felt really good, but I feel like I have to bring the cable down a little bit to make it feel right. Huh. I think this is shit. I lowered it like 2 notches. I kept the bench the same. I think I was doing it the last time. I felt like it was the cable was coming down at the wrong angle. I think this will be better, but regardless, I feel it. So my form can't be that far off. Let's just put it that way. Oh, shit. Oh god. Whew. That felt great. Back is completely done. I'm good. Okay. So apparently, when I was doing that back workout today, if you remember at one point in the video when I was doing the straight bar rows, I said I felt something kind of tweaking in here a little bit. Well, that has progressed actually. So it looks like, it's not, I don't think it's anything that's going to prohibit like any kind of bicep workout, which is in 2 days. I don't think it's anything like that, but it is like I noticed when I have these big 3-gallon jugs I fill up water bottles with. And I was like picking it up and I'm like, ooh, I had to pick it up with the other hand because of the way I was twisting it. I don't normally feel that. So there's a couple things, like just picking certain things up throughout the day. I notice that I'm starting to feel it. And it's funny because bicep tendonitis, you don't feel it just up in the bicep. Some people feel it up in the shoulder. And then for me, it doesn't really affect the shoulder. It's more it's more the forearm, like right here, like because that's where the tendon runs down. It's like right along there. So um, I'm not I'm not super concerned. It's not new. Like I've experienced this like 1,000 times just in the past few years, so I'm not super worried about it. Um, but I may have to rethink. I think today, you know, it was just the luck of the draw, right? Sometimes it's just going to flare up, sometimes it's not. So, um, but we got a killer back workout in, right? So I'm going to monitor this, just keep an eye on it, make sure it's cool. I had some ice on it earlier, no big deal. I think we'll be good. Tomorrow's shoulders, so it's more pushing than anything, and usually, lateral raises or front raises. It doesn't really bother the bicep tendonitis, so we'll have a rest of the bicep for the most part tomorrow, and then, I should be able to effectively hit. I don't, I don't, I don't feel enough pain to where I think it's going to be a problem to do arms, but I may be limited to arms, to what I can do for biceps on Friday, Flex Friday. So we'll see how it goes. More than likely, I'm gonna sleep it off, and tomorrow morning, like I'm gonna pick up like the water jug, and I'm not even gonna feel anything. 'Cause that's not uncommon whatsoever. So, but anyway, the back workout, it was good. So I got lucky. Yesterday's chest workout was really good because I'm sore. Like I can really feel it. Like I love it. Like it's the soreness that I like. And the back, I can totally feel like I totally feel the back. And I think the back tomorrow is gonna feel just as sore as the chest is today. So we're on a roll this week so far, or this split. So I'm pretty happy about that. But it was a pretty simple lift. And I think one of the things that's gonna help with the soreness tomorrow, because it definitely helped with the pump, was those inclined, grabbing the cable and doing the pullovers that way. I don't remember ever doing them in my life. So just kind of tried something new. You know, uh, if you want to try it, I highly recommend it because I definitely felt it. But maybe watch a couple other videos, make sure that I was doing it right, because I don't know that my form. Yeah, I'm sure the form was better than average, but yeah, it could probably be tweaked up a little bit, and I'll know more like when I watch the video, right? And you see, that's the thing. Like, I have a lot of experience with the gym. I go very regularly. I try new things. I constantly watch videos and stuff of different pro bodybuilders from back in the day. Pumping iron days to the '80s, the '90s, and even today. And there's some really cool exercises out there, right? And I haven't perfected any of them. Well, I've perfected some of them. I take that back. That I shouldn't have said that. I have perfected a lot of them, but there's new things that I try sometimes that, you know, my form, like I haven't watched the video yet, but I may watch it and be like, oh my God, like I'm way, like maybe my shoulders are up like this when I was doing them. I don't know. I don't think they were, but maybe I was lifting my head up instead of keeping my head, flat. I don't know, but practice, makes perfect. But nonetheless, I felt it. So that, there's something to be said about that. So give it a try on your next back day. I mean, it's a little bit different than the dumbbell. Sometimes dumbbells get a little bit awkward, when you're holding the dumbbell, because there's a point where when you get it up to like the center of gravity, right? Or I think that's what it would be, right? Center of gravity, like right here, where if you go too much further, all the resistance comes off the chest, and now it's like all on the triceps, and then you have to come all the way back, whereas, the cable, it was constant tension. So even when I had it all the way down here, there's still tension, that cable's pulling, the rope, and the weight is pulling on it. So it's constant. Whereas the dumbbell, it's not. When you're trying to hit the back, right? Might be a little bit different with chest, depending on how far up you come, right? Because even you think about it, like when you have it back and you're on the bench and you come up, even when you're right in front of the chest, you're still squeezing the crap out of your chest, right? So I mean, it's totally. But for the back, once you get the weight right in front of your face, maybe a little past your face, like maybe like towards the chin, it, the stress is off the back. It's all triceps and chest at that point. So, um, but a great exercise. I love pullovers, and the ones I did today were actually really good. So, um, yeah, try it out if you and hey, if you know that exercise better than me and you do it regularly and you have any tips, please drop a comment or shoot me an email, man, because I'm always open to suggestion. I've had a handful of people actually suggest different things in the comments before. Uh, uh, a lot of which I've tried. Some I have already tried, and I know maybe it's just not for me. I can't think of right off the top of my head, but anytime or if I'm like chopping it up with a couple guys in the gym after a workout or before a workout, they tell me like, yeah, I tried this new exercise, and I'll be like, oh, cool, man. Like I always take people's advice, and sometimes people, not so much now, but I mean, they did at one point in time. People would come over and be like, hey, can I show you something a little bit different with that? And like that's super cool, man. Some people get offensive. Like I've tried, helping people in the gym, not as of late, but you know, some time back, but maybe some people take offense to it because it's like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I don't need, and that's cool too. I mean, I don't want to bother anybody. Usually, it was like the younger kids that were in there, and I see them doing certain exercises where I'm like, "Dude, they're gonna get hurt, man. Like somebody needs to like at least say something, right? Now I don't even really, unless I know the person, like I don't just walk up to strangers and say, hey, you're doing that wrong. Or, can I show you a better way? As a lot of times people, at least in Southern California, people take offense to it, and some people don't. But I don't want to risk it, you know. But I do. Somebody was asking me the other day. I don't know if I may have talked about this. I don't remember if I did or not. But somebody was asking me about people that walk in the background in the gym when I am recording. Um, I would say 99% of the people that you will ever see in the background or anywhere in the video, I have asked them if they mind me recording. So I think it's if you're ever deciding to go out and record your workouts for whatever reason, especially if you're going to put it on like social media, I would always ask people, especially if they're close to you. I mean, 100%. I mean, if somebody's like on the other side of the gym, you can't even make out their face. I'm probably not going to walk up and ask for their permission if you can't see them, but if they're visible in the shot, like I have common courtesy. You always just say, "Hey, you know what? I'm recording over here. Are you cool with it? You're in the background." Almost 100% of the time, people are like, "Oh yeah, 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 no problem." So and they actually appreciate it, but also strikes up conversation. So then like a lot of times they'll be like, oh, what do you do? You got a YouTube or whatever, or how long you been lifting? And you just start talking about like bodybuilding and lifting or whatever. And so that's kind of cool. It's a good way to make friends. So I've made friends at the gym just by asking their permission if they're cool with me recording, right? So but anyway, hope you guys like the workout. I don't really have much else to talk about. I have uh, a lot of personal things going on with a lot of potential change coming. A lot of change that you know I'm a creature of habit, so some really big changes that it's kind of exciting, but also kind of nervous about too. It's I can't help it. It's very exciting, but also like oh my god at the same time, right? So all positive change, I think, so that's a good thing. We'll talk more about that later, but I hope you guys like the workout. And if you haven't been to the gym yet, it is, I think, like 8:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, not specific Standard Time. And if you haven't been to the gym yet, get your ass to the gym. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna hit shoulders, and we're gonna go crazy. Last week's shoulder workout was good. It was good, but I want tomorrow's shoulder workout to be like I'm talking like DEFCON 5. Like I want my shoulders literally smoking by the time I leave the gym. So have a great night, everybody.